Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me so early. I'm having to change the time to 11 a.m. For the foreseeable future. So I appreciate you being here with me. Let's see. I see a bunch of you here, but it's not showing up. Oh, there you are. Okay, just was a little bit of a delay. Yeah, so I have a couple extra questions in here. I have the questions from the community post section, and I'm gonna do those first. If you want to drop in some more comments, or questions, I'll see if I can get to them. I'll do my best. I did get one up here from Lucy. Hi, Lucy, new member. Yeah, thank you. Welcome. I love my members. So and if anybody else is interested in the memberships, I have, it's only $5 a month to just be a friend. And you get, and YouTube takes 30% of that. So it's, but what you get is once a week on Saturdays, I do the dailies. I do 5 cards a day for the following week. And then at the family level, that is it's a little extra for the people that support me with astrology. And then the lessons level, where you get everything. At the family level, of course, you get the friends and the family. But at the lessons level, you get all my tarot card, tarot meanings, the spiritual and everything in between, the Lennies, the Lenormand, the Kipper, and astrology. I think I have over 150 videos in there right now. So yeah, thank you for making it, everyone. Hi. Let's see, was there anything else? I think that was about it, except for all the crazy stuff that's, the crazy psycho monster from the swamp. So, okay, let's get going. Let me get over here to the starred questions. I know there was one more thing I wanted to say last week, because when I'm over here in this one, layer one panel, and when I'm here on the page with the questions, I can't see. I have to go over to the live to see what you guys are saying. And last week I had a lot of donations, and I'm so grateful, but I didn't say thank you for any of them because I just blew through and tried to answer like 20 questions. But I only have about 45, 50 minutes today, so I won't be taking as many. But let's get started. This one's for me. My selfish part of me wants to know. So at about 3.5 minutes, we're asking, I'm going to use the Lennies with this one. Oh, wow. God. Well, 1 second into that guy's energy, man, he's dizzy. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So if you never saw his name on the screen, you didn't know I was reading on it. If I started doing things like, would you know who I was talking about? So, oh God, how did Elon, and boy, I certainly would not make fun of anybody that had like I remember Stephen Mnuchin had Tourette's really bad, and he would do all kinds of weird things. His confirmation hearing was scary to watch him, but I could kind of have some compassion for that. But this guy, it's drugs. He's dizzy. He's dizzy a lot. He's tripping balls, man. He's totally tripping. Oh my God. Okay, so I already asked, because I wasn't going to go further, but I had a little time, and I asked myself, was it, I got that it was a rumor about Stephen Miller's wife, so I don't think it was Stephen Miller that did it or somebody else. But maybe we'll see. I'll just leave it open to see. So I want to know, did little X really punch Elon like he said? Or was it someone else? Was it man, woman, or child? And if we can get why. Or was he even, maybe he just friggin' fell down, right? Or but ran into something because he's all over the place. Because it's really just like right on the edge. Okay. How did he get the bruise? How did Elon get that bruise? It was on his right eye. And boy, are they feuding today, Elon and that's probably a question we should ask if somebody wants to pop it in there, because I have a feeling that, I just would like to see is Elon going to spill the beans? I mean, he already said that Trump couldn't have won without him. But would he spill the data? Would he spill the proof? Okay, so Blackeye, how did this come about? Dang, it's hard to be grounded with this guy. Wow. Okay, right there. Huh. Well, something heavy. And this card is about like a person's hair. I wonder if he like knocked himself with his like blow dryer or something, or accidentally with like a hairbrush, because he's lying about it. It may have had something to do with when he was tripping balls, because, we've got the moon card here. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, that's another thing, too. He could have been connecting with a family member or connecting somewhere, but also, or with one of his, I don't want to say baby mamas, but, women who've had how many children now? And maybe by text message. And he lost direction, or it might have even been about the election, something about the election. But it was something at home and somebody he cared about. So I'm going to say, and yeah, he's definitely lying about it. And he was in a dangerous situation. And it was all about something on social media. And again, relationship. Every time I read on this guy, it's always about the women and relationships. So I'm going to say that that it was not from little X, and it was not from just one. He was stressed out. I think he was drugged out, stressed out, and having issues with, like love relationship. This could even be, because the house is somebody at home, but like which house, which home, with all of his women. Lordy. My goodness. Okay. So no, he's lying. To have that fox come right out, he's lying. Whew. Goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Let me get back over here. So, okay, Planatir. So Johnny K60 had a question, and I wanted to throw in the whole Planatir. Alex Karp. He's wondering, what would it take to get MAGA to turn on him? Apparently, they do not want their government data in the hands of Thiel and company. Yeah, no kidding. And he's okay. So Johnny has seen words like betrayal all over this. Yeah. So what would it take to get MAGA to turn on him? Or get MAGA just to turn on the whole? I mean, it's scary. And it's, one part of it is because they wanted to track, everyone. So the way it went, the way it has gone is they went in via Doge. It's not, I don't think it was really anything to do with being, well, maybe there was a little side note about, some kind of efficiency. But really what Elon Musk wanted was all the data of everybody in the United States, because these guys are like data whores. They just try to suck it up. But what they've gotten is everything to track any person who was in the databases for, or maybe it's just one database for immigration, for legal asylum, legal, apply for a visa. You've got everything in there. And this is how they're finding them. This disgusting, Homeland Security investigative unit with their masks on. Like, what is going on there? Dark and dirty. The karma these people are creating. So, what would it take to get MAGA to turn? I'm hearing it's a number of things. Okay, so let's get what are all of the things? There. Feeling that it's a dangerous place to move about and be in. The dangerous things that they're seeing on the news. The writer is our card for the news. And okay, so now this isn't really, I would need the ship for the immigration, but we'll see if it comes up. But this has to do with money, okay, abundance and money and the flow. With the moon, they're afraid of their reputations, things being out there online, their honor, their reputations, and probably for their families even. And they just don't like anybody having a key, into all of their information, all of their, the moon can be kind of a private card, right? So, and then what is going to be, so besides the danger, okay, it's also about hidden secret enemies. And they're worried about, the burden of, I guess we used to call it back in the day like Big Brother. Now it's like the tech bros. So the obstacles of feeling safe, but also the hidden secret enemies that could just come along at any time and cause you massive, massive, massive amounts of pain. Nobody wants that cross to bear. People want to be self-responsible for their own lives. They, as soon as suffering comes in, people are going to start watching other people suffer is going to cause them to feel guilty and like, come on, this isn't right. I mean, even Joe Rogan flipped on that, right? Yeah. And because being under the burden of the institution of our government and the government's abuse, and how do we recover? Are we protected? Are all three branches of government not doing, what's well for us? And then, or what is the health of the nation? And then immigration. The worse things go for the immigrants, next election comes along and we're done. We're done. This could also be traveling, taking people away to, that CCOT and somebody dies. Oh boy. I saw a little clip of one of Jerry Nadler's in his office, one of his aides. She sounded really young. These guys came in. They're supposed to look like police. Well, it says police on the back. This guy didn't have a mask on, but they came into Jerry Nadler's office. He wasn't there, and took this young girl, just took her, and then they, handcuffed her. She was crying, screaming, like, "What are you doing?" I wasn't at any. They were trying to say she was at a riot. She wasn't. They ended up not booking her, but it's just that threat, that awful, disgusting threat. And these are grown ass, big ass men. Like, what in the hell? Okay. So how will, oh, I forgot to write down the timestamp on that other one. So this one is going to be 15:12. Okay. How will the No King's Day protests go? How will they go? How will they go? Yeah, will they go? Will there be a big effect or a small effect on MAGA's power and GOP, Trump, all of that? I'm just remembering Hope over at Gladso Quilt. She sent me this morning some photos of they have taco trucks set up around the White House. And with the big, taco Trump, always chickens out, and then they have a big blown up chicken on the lawn with his face on it. Okay, so how are all of the protests going to go? Because they're going to be everywhere, not just in Washington, D.C., but everywhere. What effect, when it's all done, what effect will it have on the GOP? And I'm getting major chills. It's something big. Okay, I think. We'll see. Well, that's interesting. As big and strong as an oak tree with that tap root that comes in and just and everything's up and out, right? And people feeling betrayed, they're going to detour around and make themselves, it's going to be just all over the place. And this is so how it's going to go for the MAGA and the GOP power. It's going to suck their power, and they will be betrayed and feel bitten. It's going to be within a week, because number 7 card, within a week. And then 7 weeks also, it's going to be, and especially women, because we've got the Queen of Clubs here, so that's amazing. Okay, secrets are going to come out about it. There's going to be a lot of, I think more and more people are going to start investigating into the GOP, and then here we have the entity, the government, the institution of our government, right? I mean, these 2 cards together are really like the institution of all 3 branches of our government. It is going to be analyzed and seen later on, that when the information is out there as abusive. So that's the effect. It's going to be that they are abusive. And then the women are going to unite, and things are going to come full circle, very much committed. There's a lot of commitment coming from women. And then the large in effect, like gravity. There's nothing heavier than this card. Like gravity. And the dangers to children, people are going to be talking about that. People are going to want to protect themselves more and more, protect each other more and more, and it's going to create a huge movement. I think it's going to have a huge effect. This card is big. This card is big. This card is huge. If I got the bear, this was like gravity. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what was at the bottom. The letter for movement. Yeah, the stork. The information is going to go and fly high. I didn't get the mice, which would have been something small. So it's going to have a big effect. Well, I'm glad to see that. Okay, let's get over here. And let me check in with you guys in case there's some questions. Yeah, no King's Taco Day. Hi, Jackie. What Eastern time did this start? I think it would be 11, 12, 1, 2, right? Right? It started 11 a.m. Pacific, 12, 1, 2. Yeah. 2 p.m. your time. Okay. So, stuff's coming out about P. Diddy, huh? Let's see. Oh, Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, I'm going to read on that. So, but I'm starring your question just in case. Yes, and thank you guys so much. There we go. And I have yours. Thank you so much for putting them in. Put the questions in all caps. I forgot to say that. Oh, and yeah, get into the instructional videos. And if you need me to send you the hot links, if you have any trouble navigating on YouTube, you just email me and I'll get them right to you. Hi, Jean. Okay, so I think we're okay. Hey, Christine Brooks. Hey, sweetie. Hello. Okay. I think I'm okay there. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, Foggy, I'll check in on that to see if it's even true because I don't know if it is. I mean, it's funny to talk about. It's really funny to talk about. Because she was already working for Elon. She was part of Doge. So, okay, anyway. Oh, there. I did get it. All right. I think I started. I'll start it twice just in case. Okay, so we took care of this one. Oh, yeah. All right. It's not, for some reason, it's just not deleting. So I'll just skip over. Okay. Here we go. Barbara. And this will be at 21:50. I'll say 22. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hog's breath. What's ahead for Hog's breath? How's it going for Hog's breath? Will he be out? I've read on him before, but you know what? I mean, you guys, I'm terrible about remembering when I do so many questions all at once. Can't remember what I've gotten before, but he has his own playlist if anybody wants to go. All these people, it's rare for me to not make a playlist on them. Pete Hegseth. Yeah, he's really screwing up, especially lately. As time goes by, it's just gonna get worse and worse. What's ahead for him? In or out? Staying? Going? Right there. Betrayal? Loss? If he doesn't resign, he's out. The public cares too much, and that's the most important thing. It could be that something comes out in the public. Yeah, that's what it is. There's a relationship issue that comes out in the public that's really important, and it's going to have to do with money in the government, so in the Pentagon, and it's going to come out in the news and go far and wide. So, yeah. To have that coffin card, to have those 3 cards come out right at the get-go, it's like, you know what? I mean, all we would need is with the Lennings, all we would need would be like the cross, and the mountain's not as bad, but the cross and the fox, and then we would have, and the clouds, and then we would have all the worst cards in the deck. But he gets 3 of them. 3 out of probably 6 or 7. So, okay, good to know. Let's see. Oh. What is going on here? Okay. It's not even unstarring things for me. Let's go over here. Okay. Some reason StreamYard's not working so well. Okay. So, say, can you see? Oh, yay, can you see? What will be the results? Oh, and I am at 25, about 20, I'm going to say 2510. All right. What will be the results? Oh, yeah, to the DC's infrastructure from the parade, right? They are going to have tanks, and they have, at taxpayer dollars expense, they have thrown, I can't even remember like how many millions into the budget to repair the streets that it's going to tear up. So, but let's see, what will be the results? But I was taking this on, other than just stating what I just said, I was taking this question on because she keeps getting this weird sensation of something catching fire and burning everything to the ground. Oh, goodness. Let's see what's going to happen. Is anything terribly dangerous going to happen in Washington, D.C. with the 250th anniversary of the Army's formation and the felon, rapist, most misogynistic person, rapist, racist, birthday. Right there. Well, let's see. The news is going to cover it far and wide. There's going to be a lot of movement, people on foot, other smaller vehicles of all types. You know, need me to tell you that. Crazy people. There is a danger to women. Okay. Be careful. There are hidden enemies and obstacles that are very tricky. Up high, up in the air, right? This would be our airplane, Air Force, all of that going on up in the air is really tricky. But as far as it goes, I mean, this is a card of safety. I mean, hopefully something heavy wouldn't fall out on somebody's home. Hopefully something out of the sky fall on someone's home near Washington, D.C. But we've got the structure. I mean, we've got here's the government institution, here's Butthead. And then when we have the stars, this is like fireworks and everything going off later. If there's any trouble, it's fireworks. Let me use a different deck real quick and see. Is there gonna be a fire? Because you might be picking up on something that's around the area and not necessarily right. Like right there near the parade. So let's see, what is it? What are you picking up on? I have this Lenny deck with like 72 cards, so I've got more room for some other information. I'm feeling like anxiety, nerves. Right there. Yeah, again with the snake, complications, detours. Again, detours, maybe some dangers, especially from the sky and especially at nighttime. And the one who thinks he wears the crown is going to be iced out somehow and shielded. But there is some kind of like a tunnel going through there. I'm wondering if there's literally a tunnel. I wonder if he has to run to it, the tunnel under the White House, because we do have the fire card. The fire card did come through. So somewhere around there, Somewhere around there, there's got some. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Whew. Okay, so if you guys go in that area, be careful because it's really easy to demonstrate somewhere else. You know, to go to a different place. I want you guys to be safe more than anything else. But of course, everyone, you have your voice, but we get that. Well, hopefully, we still get that when we vote. Okay, Steph wanted to know, and this is I'm just going to say about 31 minutes because you know how long it takes me to shuffle. Okay, so are any of the U.S.'s glaciers you know what? I'll just use my yes and no deck for this one. It'll be faster. Are any of the United States glaciers in the lower 48 at risk of crumbling and causing a landslide like the one that buried Blatten, Switzerland? Blatten or Blatten? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Blatten or Blatten, Switzerland? The no card flipped over, but I'm going to keep going. Are any glaciers in the lower 48 going to cause a landslide, a big landslide that could do damage? Yes or no? Yeah, I've got no. Again, a no card flipped over. Yeah, and if I keep going, no. No. Okay. I didn't put a time frame on that, but, we're imagining at least getting through the summer, right? So, okay. This one, me too, 2323 at about 32, I'm going to say 20, somewhere in there. I'll just do a yes and no. We've got two questions here. So, were the Starlink satellites launched on October, I think she's saying 2024, or maybe it's just October 24th, 2024, whichever. Whenever those Starlink satellites were launched in October, were they involved in the vote tampering? And then I'll read on the ones that fell after. Were the Starlink satellites, because satellites do fall all the time. Okay, so and if it weren't for all these damn government contracts that he wouldn't have the money to do all this crap. I mean, talk about it. That's how Trump had quite a bit of cash in the beginning, besides his father's inheritance and stealing it from the rest of his family. But anyway, I digress. The Starlink satellites, were they involved in the vote tampering? I'm hearing yes. Yes. Okay. The ones that fell, did they have information that he wanted to get rid of on them? Or did they just fall because that's what they do? So yes or no with anything to do with the votes. Did he blow them up? Did he, do his own little Star Wars thing? I've got no on that one. So I think it was just something that, I don't really believe in coinky dinks, but maybe it's just like one of them blew up on its own and the other one, he got rid of. I mean, it's possible. Dark stuff. Hopefully he'll spill the beans on Trump. But and then again, well, if he did that, he'd have to run and never come back, right? Okay, now this one, thanks to Libby over at Meister Tarot, she posted on her community post section, and I I reposted from there, so you can get it any way you want to go look. At wherever you are, if you're on hers or mine, look and read that. It's not that long to read, but it has to do with the 2020, the election and the Senate results, presidential and Senate results. They're looking into Election Truth Alliance and Smart Elections are working together to bring out the truth about, it's Smart Elections that has the lawsuit that I think doesn't come up until December, but it's scheduled. And it's in New York, Rockland County. And I want to know, how will this go for the Dems? Now, this is just one. If you watch everything that Nathan puts out on he's on Substack, he has a newsletter, and then he has his own YouTube channel. So it's called Election Truth Alliance. I'm sure you guys know about it. And what time? It's 36. I'm going to say 36. Oh, I'm going to say 36:10. How will this go for the Dems? Will it build? Because they're also waiting for like Iowa. Well, they had all those what do they call them? Anomalies. It was a different word that has to do with voting. But they have them everywhere going on. Well, not everywhere, but lots of states, mostly the swing states. Okay, so remember all the bomb threats that went off in Pennsylvania in Democratic counties. But how will this go for the Dems? When this is, let me take it a little further and say, when this all is said and done, with going to court, getting certain counties and states to do recounts, hand recounts, how will this go for the Dems? Will it bring something full circle and help us get to the truth? Get Kamala back or something? Please, what is the truth? Right there. Success, shining a light on the betrayal and the tricky stealing, the enemies, the detours that took votes and complicated things and put them from one place to another, that happened online with a foreign country's help. Gee, I wonder which country that was. And so how's it going to work? It's going to bring something full circle. We're going to be talking about it, the way it affects the Dems. There will be movement. It's, I'm going backwards here, but it'll go far and wide. The information will spread all out and, way, way, way out there. It'll help them be successful. And then it will bring something full circle, like I said, and we'll be talking about it for a long time. I'm thinking some new laws, some new bills will be passed. People will be happy and feeling good. The Democrats will be feeling good. It'll be all over social media. Might be around a national holiday that it starts happening. September, what do we have? We have Labor Day, I guess, right? Yeah. And then big strength and more protection when it comes to, legal things that are on the book and maybe on the books, but maybe because this would be bills that are passed and things like that are actually there. But it can also be a card of what was hidden, and this has to do with Trump. Wow. Okay. I like that. It will contribute. I mean, I think we need like 100. What was it they were saying? 160,000 votes altogether. That would. No, maybe. I've got. You know what? I'm not going to say that because I'm not even sure. But there was something around one state where it was like they needed 160,000 votes to find 160,000 votes to make a difference in that one state. So, okay, here we go. Pisces, Andrea, hello. Thank you for your insightful reads. I was wondering if there's going to be, hold on, so at 40, 10, I'll say. I'll just read it, and because in case somebody's listening, driving, whatever. She's wondering if there is going to be a blue wave in 2026. And yes, I've read on this last week, and I was really happy with all the cards that came through. I believe yes. Okay. All right. So the next one, let's see. Hold on. Lucy, is Jack Smith still actively working on exposing 45's election racketeering? Well, there's all kinds of racketeering there going on with that man. Remember his fine? He got a fine big time. I can't remember. It was like $10 million or more than that. By FinCEN, a financial crimes network, and I think it was 2015 for not using anti-money laundering practices. He got busted basically for money laundering with his Taj Mahal casino. Oh, goodness. Okay. Is Jack Smith still actively working to expose, I'm going to say expose anything on Trump? I'll let the cards tell me what that is. Right there. Well, he's kind of burdened right now. Things are held off for a while. And it has to do with, well, he's burdened, but he has the data. He has the proof. And it has to do with stealing and his grifting, his fraudulent grifting, stealing, grifting all over the place. That's interesting. So, and that's, well, here he is. This would be Jack Smith. He's just kind of like hanging back, playing and waiting, I think. But he's been working it for a long time. But things have ended for a while. So that sucks. There's a woman that's helping too. There's a woman because I don't know which part of he's probably back at the Hague, right? But there's a woman in that other country with him as well that's doing really important work. So they're waiting for, the clouds to go away and for a new opportunity to protect the public from the snake. So, yeah. Okay. So Marilyn, I think I got that question about the election fraud trial in New York. Be a catalyst for the entire country. Let's look at it that way. Okay, because that's the one that I just read on. But will it? See, we don't know that we have a trial yet. They just have a meeting. We don't know if they're going to go through with it. Is the thing. But it looked pretty good from the other cards. So, I'll just use the yes or no deck. Will it turn into a trial and be a catalyst for the entire country? Or it could be that there's something before it. So if it's not this one and there's another one that they get in before, because sometimes they just get things done quicker in other places. Is there a catalyst coming? Is there a big... is the truth coming out? It can make the change. Well, it's definitely not there in New York. I mean, I've got 3. Yeah. I think it's all gonna help, but I still, I still keep kind of getting the feeling that we're just having to wait until the midterms. But I trust my dear friend Lori over at the Way of Positive Change that sees something happening in August, and then proceeding from there. So, and we're all still holding out for Kamala. Okay, so this question: why aren't the late night shows talking about the Ukraine drone strike? This is a really big deal in several ways, but the whole talking head media has been pretty quiet about it. I'm not sure I agree with that, Anne, because do you watch Stephen Colbert? Let me get back over here with you guys. Do you watch Stephen Colbert? Because he covers everything. And what's his name? Jimmy Kimmel? He nails them all the time. Hi, Amanda. So are they, maybe we just haven't seen it yet. I'm almost positive I saw something with on Stephen Colbert. You know who else you can watch if you don't have cable and you don't record, if you don't have the Comedy Central on your lineup, go to Comedy Central channel or put in Jon Stewart and subscribe to that one. There you go. Grace, thank you. Jon Stewart does it. Yeah. So let's just see. Is more going to come out about it? Because I think so. Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel really nails them hard. Even Jimmy Fallon gets them pretty good. He does. But Stephen Colbert is my favorite. And Jon Stewart. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, these men that have a heart about it, and really good brains are they're bringing out the secrets all the time. They're successfully bringing out what's hidden and seems to be blocked in the regular news. So yeah, you just have to watch the right ones. Hi, Beekeeper Tarot, how are you? Yeah, Colbert doesn't hold back. He doesn't. I love. He even does things like this. Like he'll hide. They'll blur out his hand. He F-bombs all the time, and they just beep him out. Okay, so let me hide this comment, and let's do some cards for you guys. Let's see. Oh, Carol, thank you so much. Carol and Catherine, thank you. And Foggy, thank you. And Rick Talley, another new member. I love my members. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Oh, let me do this one more. Do I have? Yeah, I still have about 10 minutes. I can do that. 47, I'll say 48 minutes sorry, Foggy, I didn't see this. Stephen Miller, is he exacting revenge on his wife? I don't know if he ran off with Elon, but is Stephen Miller, let's just look at their relationship. I'll look at Stephen Miller and what's her face? I don't know her name. I'll look at the two. Okay. Stephen Miller. What is the truth about Stephen Miller and his wife, their relationship? What's going on? This whole family hates him. Oh, big obstacles. Big obstacles to telling the truth and getting the light out there. There's no light there. Maybe it's just a marriage just on paper, but there's like some loyalty to the family because they do have children. But I see divorce down the road. Probably after the next election or whatever. Yeah. So they're not doing good. But notice I didn't get, so here are their cards. I was looking for one of their cards to see what's around them. They are looking at each other now. So they're not moving. Like if there are a bunch of negative cards in between the two of them, then I could say, here's what's in between them. They're looking right at each other and there's nothing between them. But the way it went, what's behind her is something important that she cares about. Maybe it's just herself. Oh, it's a love for her kids. It's a love for her kids and her family. With him, what's behind him that's like pushing him towards her is sex. The lilies is one of the sex cards. Oh, and the other sex card that's just like the quickie or whatever. Look, can imagine with that guy. Ugh. And then just moving forward in a way where he has something to dream on about. But for him, it's all about, he's just stuck with the money. It's all about the money. And he's got foreign connections. So, yikes. Okay. Let's get to cards for us all. I'll just say 51 minutes. Thank you for that, Foggy. Okay, so where's my hat here? Wait, what? There we are. I made a banner for it, or whatever you call it. Okay, so I'm using the Moon Magic deck. Deep Moon Messages. And because we have a full moon coming up on the 11th at 20 degrees of Sag. So wherever, I can't keep my shirt straight, whatever house 20 degrees of Sagittarius holds in your natal chart, that will be where you can have a big illumination, a big release, something coming full circle, especially if you were doing all your work with your intentions and the work before, like to work with it, all of that. Yeah, but when it comes to Cheetolini, Taco Don the Con, it's in his, so I'm asking the cards at the same time I'm talking about him, but sorry, I want to know what you guys need to know. What do we all need to know? But anyway, for Trump, it's hitting his moon. So he's going to have full moon on his moon, which is part of the full moon eclipse aspect in his chart, which means that full moon is on his south node. So it's going to bring out his karma from the past. It's going to be a release of his karma of the past. Okay, but you guys, for us, we need some, I went 3 cards. Line them up for me. 3 cards for the best. We need some affirmations for the full moon coming up. For this period of time, up to the full moon. Right there. Oh, I think we've gotten this one before. I am loved beyond measure. That's great. Oh, here it is. Cool. All right, next one. Oh, this is good. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. And yeah, it's just showing the phase of the moon. Maybe somebody going skiing or something. I don't know what that is. All right. Oh, hey, this is right. Life is conspiring for me. Yes, life is for us. Life is for us. Excellent. Okay, well, that's all I got. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Yes, thank you, Debbie, too. I thank you so much for being here with me. Take really good care of yourselves. Drink lots of water. It's getting to be warm now, so. Okay, big hugs. Love you. Bye.